What's up, guys? Brian Finale here, and another edition, 100% free edition of free tutorials and strategies on how to best monetize and increase your profits via webinars. So let's dig right into it. This is going to be a very, very sharp one. We'll keep it tight, but this is big. You've got to very quickly establish credibility and authority. And I don't mean that you had to have literally, I don't know, laid brick for the Eiffel Tower or made $1 million in your business. I'm not talking about that type of credibility and authority. But for example, if you're teaching people how to generate leads online for their business, which is what I do and what my webinars are about, I'm going to say things like, hey, I've generated 5, 10, 100, 1,000 plus leads a day, which I do, right? And people want to know that they're working with someone who's not just talking it, but they're walking it. Okay, they want to know, like, this is just more trust between you and the individual who's on the webinar or who is registering for your webinar. If you're teaching people how to drive traffic and generate leads, what I would do is show social proof, like literally show social proof pictures, screenshots of leads coming into your websites, whether it's one of your autoresponders and things like that. Whatever the case may be, like, you want to establish that instant credibility and authority between you and your prospect, that rapport. Okay, and again, the best way to do that is visual social proof and telling them, hey, right after you grab them with the hook, be like, hey, you need to listen to me because, I mean, you wouldn't say that, but this is essentially what you're wanting to get across is that, hey, why me? Like, why should they listen to me? And what you want to do is just whatever your topic of the webinar is, your product, service, or offer, why should they listen to you? So that's it. That's it. You've got to get creative with when they come to your registration page. You've got to figure out a way to establish that instant credibility and authority between you and your prospects so they feel like they must register for the webinar and then get on. And then when they're on the webinar, really reassure them that, hey, like, I am the professional, I am the guy or gal who's going to teach you on this subject. You need to listen to me. I mean, you don't say that outright, but you do that. You get that point across, you elicit those feelings, those emotions, right? Like, hey, this individual knows more than I do, so I should probably stay on the webinar. You do that by showing social proof and getting it done by establishing that credibility and authority immediately. So that's the tip, right? People want to work with the best. They want to work with successful people. Get that point across, and trust me, you will get people who are on your webinar and stay on your webinar via instant credibility and authority if you can get that done, which I know that you can. Just think about what you're doing for a little bit, your product, service, or offer. Think about how you can establish that instant credibility and authority and get to work. We'll see you on the next one. Put this in place. It works. You got to do this, and we'll see you on the next training.